purchase this thing. Thank you. Now you want to know how to use it? So here we go. How to use the life alignment system for real results. Can I be honest with you? Most people don't fail because they lack information. Let's be honest. They fail because they don't have a system that actually keeps them aligned. Most people think that they need more motivation, but in reality, you don't rise to your goals. You fall to your system. And right now, most people don't have a system. They have random effort. That's why progress never sticks. I want you to think about something for a second. Have you ever had that week? Y'all know that week I'm talking about. That week, you're feeling so motivated. You set your goals, you write them out, you promise yourself things will change. But by day 3 or 4, you're distracted again. Back to the old habits, back to feeling stuck. Not because you don't care, but because nothing is holding your life together in a structured way. That's exactly why I created the life alignment system. This is not just information though. It's a step-by-step system that helps you first see where your life is out of alignment. Second, fix what's pulling you off track. And third, build a lifestyle that keeps you consistent, because consistency is key. This system is not going to be for everybody though. It's for people who are done, fed up, starting over every Monday, relying on motivation, consuming content, but applying none of it. Because there are 2 types of people. People who collect information and people who build transformation. That's what I want for you. Transformation, real, lasting change. Because here's the truth. Motivation doesn't fail you. Your environment does. Your habits do. Your lack of structure does. Let me say this up front. This is not something you watch once and move on from. It's not. This is something you use, a tool in your arsenal. This isn't about consuming content. Let's be done with that. It's about applying a system. Because most people don't have a knowledge problem. There's so much of it out there. They have an execution problem. Most people stay stuck because they confuse learning with changing. Watching content doesn't create transformation. It never will. Only execution does. And execution requires structure, not inspiration, structure. That's why the system exists. If you've ever felt like you know what to do, but don't do it, and don't do it consistently, then your issue isn't knowledge. It's lack of alignment. Lack of alignment between intention and behavior. You might already know you should be more focused, be more disciplined, be more consistent. But knowing isn't the issue. And by knowing this, it hasn't changed your life yet. Why? The issue is you don't have a system that connects everything together. That's what this is. This system is designed to help you move through 3 stages. Stage 1, awareness. Use the life alignment test and life alignment scorecard to identify where you're out of alignment, what's draining your focus, what needs to change first. It's not where you think you are, but where you actually are. You're not just identifying problems here. This is not about negativity. You're not just identifying problems, you're uncovering patterns. Because most people don't fail randomly. They repeat the same cycle over and over again unconsciously. Number 2, alignment. You'll use the life vision blueprint, the gratitude journal, and the 21-day technology and distraction detox to clarify your direction, remove distractions, and rebuild your habits. This is where you start making adjustments. You begin removing distractions, clarifying your priorities, and putting structure into your daily life. This is where your life starts to feel lighter. Not because life gets easier, but because you stop fighting yourself. You remove internal conflict. That's what creates momentum. Number 3, execution. You'll use the 30-day challenge, the gratitude journal, the life alignment unlimiting beliefs chart of affirmations and scriptures, yes, a long name, the 5-point life alignment structural inspection checklist. These are important to build consistency, strengthen discipline, turn clarity into action. This is where everything changes, y'all. You start building daily habits. You start following through. You start becoming consistent. This is where discipline stops being something you try and becomes something you are. Through repetition, your brain builds automatic behavior loops via the habit loop. What is the habit loop? The habit loop consists of 3 parts. First part is the cue. All right, so the cue is what triggers your system if there's a system in place. The second part is the routine. The routine is where you're taking the action. And the third part is the reward for the progress, and it gives you positive identity reinforcement. So with all of these 3 together, this is what creates your new habits. Now here's how you use this daily. Every day, take a few minutes to get clear on your top priorities. Each day should start with a daily routine. This is helping you build a daily routine. Morning routines are key. My days flow so much better when I do my daily routines. You start with gratitude or reflection. Identify your top 3 priorities for the day. Eliminate distractions. Take intentional action. That's it. Every week, you reflect, adjust, refocus. Reflect, adjust, refocus. If you don't reflect, you don't improve. You just repeat the same actions over and over again, the wrong actions. Because reflection is what turns experience into awareness. Without it, you stay in autopilot. If you follow this system, you won't just feel motivated. You'll become more focused, more disciplined, more aligned. If you follow this system consistently, you won't just feel more motivated. You will start to think clearer, act with intention, and build consistency without forcing it. Because real change doesn't come from intensity. It comes from alignment, repeated daily. Because let's be honest, most people don't fail because their goals are too big. They fail because their days are too unstructured. Without structure, your attention gets scattered. Your priorities get replaced. your energy gets drained. Structure is what protects your progress when motivation disappears. This is where your transformation starts. Are you ready? Now let's get into it. You'll use the 30-day. Sorry, there's a waltz. Yeah. Number 3, you'll use the 30-day challenge